All right, there we go. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming through today for our lunchtime session at DuePoint this week. We're halfway through the week. We will make it. We will make it to Friday. I know we will. We've got Easter just around the corner now. Can you believe it, that it's that close? The year is disappearing already. Well, today I'm going to spend about 40 minutes with you talking about DuePoint. That's what you're here for today. DuePoint is a division, firstly, of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. We're both a listed and licensed life and short-term insurance company. So you can find us on the JSC's website under Conduit Capital. You can find us under the FSB's website as an insurance company. You can also find all of our licenses outside next to the door, and you'll find them obviously online as well. I want you to have comfort with who you're dealing with here today. We were first founded in 1952. This is a 7-decade-old insurance company. This is not a new business. This is not a new start. So you might not have heard of us, but you'll understand better why later on in the presentation. But for now, I want you to have some comfort that you're dealing with a long-standing financial services company in South Africa. We are, of course, an authorized and registered financial services provider. There's our FSP number if you want to see that as well. The team here, guys, is always here. This is the wonderful thing about our business. Monday through Saturday, 6 days a week, you are going to find us here in this building. This is important for you to note because of all the things that we see happening in the South African economy all the time. Over the last 2 weeks, we've seen a whole lot of companies go under with people that live overseas. You don't know where they are. You can never find them. You can take comfort that DuePoint is a homegrown South African company. All of us are right here. When you need to find us, you know where to find us. Starting in the corner is me, Brendan Benfield. I'm the senior executive here. Next to me is Tim. He heads up our compliance and accounts. We've got Stacey who helps him, all chartered accountants. We've got Jane over here you've met outside, and then we've got Rob. He's our design guy. He's designed everything that you've seen so far and will see into the future. You will always find us right here in this building. Now, guys, what do we do here at DuePoint? Well, we've got two objectives. Our primary objective at DuePoint is to put into the hands of South Africans a tool that they can use and control to create recurring and reliable income in their own hands. Right now, in the South African context, we have no control over our income. If you're full-time employed, you know someone else is telling you how much you can earn, what raises you'll get, what bonuses you're going to get. This does not help us in the context of our economy, where we see prices going up on a weekly basis. We see tremendous political and economic uncertainty in our country. We have no control. We're the bystanders. We watch all of this stuff happening, and at the same time, we can't walk into our boss's office and say, listen, I'm simply not earning enough. I need to earn more from tomorrow. Please increase my salary by an extra 10 grand. Like, we just don't have that sort of control, and so we end up in a gap. We earn so much, but the cost of living is so much. And we fill that gap with debt. We fill it in every conceivable way with every single conceivable form of debt in our lives. All of you are professional debtors. I don't need to tell you about it. You know it all better probably than I do. We have to fill that hole because we don't cover it. Now, our hope is here at DuePoint that this tool that we've created is one that you control. You make the decisions over it. And it doesn't create income that's sometimes there and sometimes not, but there all the time on a recurring, reliable basis to the point that it becomes the bridge over that gap between what you're earning at your jobs and what you need to cover that extra expenditure and hopefully in time go beyond that as well. That's our primary objective and concern at DuePoint. Our secondary objective is to obviously modernize Constantia. We're bringing us into the 21st century, and in so doing, we are pulling our customers into the heart of our business. We're using our technology to keep in touch with you 24 hours a day, and also we're offering the opportunity for you to become experienced and educated in the financial services space, which is the most regulated space and most of the time pushes South Africans out of it. Most South Africans can't get in because of the level of regulation, and we open that window through what we call the DuePoint system. Now, the DuePoint system, super simple. What it does, it allows you as an individual to contract with us as a wealth engineer. Wealth engineers have one task, the task of connecting individuals to us. You don't sell, you don't market, you don't advertise, you don't advise, you don't do any of these sorts of things. It's a simple task. Just connect individuals to us. Now, as you connect individuals to us, you allow us more market penetration into the South African economy, where we are now able to sell our products as DuePoint. We're able to facilitate the purchase of products. You don't need to be doing this. But as we do that, as we take the penetration you've created for us and we convert it into revenue, we're able to create for you that extra recurring income. Now, our system is based on financial services products and lifestyle products. They run on automatic debit orders, so you do not need to be chasing after people every month. Now, some of you have been involved in network marketing and direct selling before, and you know if you're selling pots and pans or cleaning agents or whatever it is, or creams, you've got to run to your friends every month and beg them to buy again. And then when they buy, you get 10 Rand or 50 Rand or 100 Rand. And then when they're not buying, you get nothing. It is not a recurring income. Some months you might be able to put lots of time in. Other months you simply can't. You might be sick. You might be working. You might be on holiday. And so that doesn't create a recurring income. But because of ours are debit order based, every month our computer systems raise those debits, whether it is Christmas, whether it's Easter coming up now. You can take the whole Easter weekend off. Our system will raise the debit orders, which means that every month you know that you have this recurring income as those debit orders are paid. You are relieved from this process of having to sell in our system. There is no selling in our system at all. Now, on top of this, we layer it with your ability to leverage yourself. We pull the old precepts out of network marketing and direct selling. We allow you to create teams of people. We call them channels that work with you in creating penetration into the South African market. We allow you to do that. And with these teams, you now have people 24 hours a day connecting individuals to DuePoint and growing your income with us. This is not an employment opportunity. So please don't get confused with this. We are not signing on new employees here. We have all the employees we need. No, this is a tool that we put in your hands and the hands of every other South African. And we say, use it when and how you want. How much time you want to put in, what days you want to use it. You use the tool. You remain completely independent of us here at DuePoint. And you're able to do this completely risk-free. In our system, there are no costs. There is nothing to become a wealth engineer. No starter kit, no starter fee, no application form fees, no monthly business marketing admin fee. There are no fees in being a wealth engineer. So today is not a decision, not a risk decision for you financially. We've eliminated that from this process. By simply being a product owner at DuePoint, you're automatically a wealth engineer at no additional premium or cost. It also doesn't require any specific education or experience, which is normally the case in the financial services market. Because it's so regulated, you have to have passed regulatory exams, have certain level of tertiary education, etc., etc. But here, you are contracted out of selling. You are not intermediaries, you're not brokers, you're not agents, and you are not selling anything. And therefore, everybody can be a wealth engineer in our system. And as a wealth engineer, you are put into the position where you're able to, for the first time possibly in your family's history, create proper assets. Assets are things that create recurring income. Because your channels create recurring income, you can price your channels. You can price your team. And when you can price your team, you can sell them. You can actually sell your channel at DuePoint. And when you pass away one day, your channel, your asset, your income will pass on to your children, and they will continue to earn on what you built during your lifetime. We are creating generational legacy here. So that instead of handing debt down to our children like we do right now, so they start in a negative balance before they've even got going in life, now we're going to pass down income and asset, and they can pick that channel up and they can continue to grow, then they can hand it to their children, so that even your grandchildren will benefit from what you start here at DuePoint. This is a system of complete convenience. Everything you've had to do up until now will be harder work than this. And I say that quite openly because people generally find they're happy to go around and fill their cars with creams and pots and pans and stock and try and run around and sell it. But here we say you don't need to do any of that, and then people get scared. They're like, oh, I don't know if I've got time for this. Folks, we have created a system that eliminates all the things that have sucked up your time and perhaps even your confidence in the past. First of all, there's no selling, which means that you do not need to carry stock around with you. Secondly, there's no presenting. We're the only people that present. DuePoint does all the presentations for you. You are never, ever going to have to convince someone to come to DuePoint. I tell people this all the time. Your task is simply connecting individuals to us. And we do it in 4 ways. There's just 4 ways that you do that simple task of connecting people to us. The first way is you go to our information counter, buy one of our USB sticks. It's 170 Rand. It's got our presentation on it. You plug it into a TV or a computer, and there we are doing the presentation for you. So people say to me, but Brendan, what do I say? How do I get people to come to DuePoint? It's very simple. What you do is you say, do you require income? If they say no, you know they're lying. All right? So you can call them on that. 99% of us are going to say, yes, of course I need more monthly recurring additional income. I need that. Yeah. Then you say, fine, watch this, click. That's all you do. There's no conversation. I've heard one of the guys say, yeah, but they say, give me a summary. Say, here's the summary, click. And you play the presentation. They go, no, I want to understand about the products. I say, no problem, here are the products, click, play. Everything leads you to pushing the play button, and we do it. That's the first way you do it, with our USB stick. The second way is you can bring people here. Monday through Saturday, we present out of this room. If you're in the area and can get here, night times, lunch times, mornings, we present. Look on our website, look on our smartphone app, see which time suits you best, and bring your people here. We'll present to you. The third way is through our YouTube channel. If you go to YouTube, search DuePoint, you'll find every presentation we've ever done there, and you can select your favorite one any time of the day, any day of the year, anywhere in the country, and you just push play, and there we are doing the presentation for you. And then the last way of connecting people to us is through our live broadcasts. Every one of our presentations is broadcasted live across the country, including this one. You're all part of our studio audience here today as we broadcast across South Africa, which means that it doesn't matter where you are. You can be sitting in your office, you can be at home, you can be in a coffee shop. Pull your cell phone out, click play, and you are live in the room with us. You can gather your friends around the computer at work, click play, and you're in the room with us here live every day, Monday through Saturday. That's all you've got to do, connect individuals to us. Now, as you connect people to us, some of them want to catch the vision of what we're trying to do here. Not all of them. Remember, there's lots of stubborn people, and they've got the stigma of things that have come in the past, okay? But some of the people will see it. And when they see it, they'll want to become wealth engineers, and when they do, we allocate them to you, and your channel is born. These folk will go out, they'll do the same thing. They will connect people to DuePoint through all of our videos and presentations. And again, when they want to become wealth engineers, we allocate them to you. And this process repeats itself over and over across the country. As you pour more time into the penetration of the South African economy by connecting individuals to us, the greater and more organically grows your channel throughout South Africa. We come along now as DuePoint, not you. We come along as DuePoint. And we facilitate the purchase of our products throughout this market penetration that you have created for us, and your income is born. We do that work for you. Now, what's important to note is that this is not a pyramid scheme. It's not a Ponzi scheme. It's not a shape or a size. This is a genuine income earning opportunity. We are a listed and licensed life insurance company. We didn't slip this past all of the regulators that look after us. This is the real deal. Now, the real deal with anything in life, you know, comes at a price. You can't buy a real Rolls Royce for nothing. Your careers, you couldn't succeed in them unless you put time into it. And now you know that the price at DuePoint is time. We've created a tool that converts time into money. If you don't put time in, it puts nothing out because it's genuine. There are no false promises here. There's no guaranteed this and guaranteed that. No. You pick the tool up, you put time, energy, thought, and perseverance into it, and you will succeed. You don't do those things, and you'll get nothing out of this tool. It requires you and your time to succeed with us. Now, what it does is it allows us the opportunity to facilitate the purchase of 3 of our products into these channels you create for us. The first product is our Access Wealth Plan. It costs 324 Rand a month, and for that 324 Rand, you get 2 independent products. Your first product is your very own tax-free investment account. Now, a tax-free investment account is an investment into the stock exchange in South Africa. We take 100 Rand of your 324 every month, and we invest it for you into the stock exchange of South Africa. Now, this tax-free investment has no notice periods on it. It's got no penalty fees on it. The money is immediately available to you. Now, when I say immediately available, we have some people that want to put money in on one day and then take money out the next day. We can't do that if we're trading on the stock exchange. It takes about 4 or 5 days, but there is no notice period. You don't have to wait 5 years. It's not an endowment fund. The money is immediately available to you. So that actually means the actual cost of this product per month is 224 Rand. And for that 224 Rand, you get 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. This means that if you pass away from an accident, your beneficiaries get both the value of your investment and 120,000 Rand for 324 Rand a month. Our second product is our Wealth Guard product. It's 299 Rand a month. For 299 Rand, you get 1.2 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. Now again, you've got to think about this product. Anybody of any age, of any disposition, living in any circumstances, can get 1.2 million rands worth of personal accident cover with us for just 299 rand a month. Everybody the same price. Now, this is very important. What was the objective of DuePoint? Was it to move insurance products? No. The objective of DuePoint was to create income. So what we did with our products was we removed those elements from our products that would cause some kind of bottleneck or hampering for you in getting people into your business. And that was death via illness or natural causes. We removed those two. So we don't cover you for death via illness or natural causes. Why? Because if we did, half the people you brought in here, we wouldn't be able to put into your business because they would have pre-existing conditions. They'd be too old. They'd work in risky jobs. They'd live in dangerous areas. And they'd be out and uninsurable. Now, what we've done is we've said, because it's personal accident cover, everybody that you want to put into your channel that comes here can be in at the same price. None of our products are competed against in the market right now. We feel that they are completely innovative and unique in the South African context. Now, our third product is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. It's 299 Rand a month, and for that, you get access to all the suppliers that we have as a 7-decade-old insurance company. Now remember, we've gone to them and we've negotiated the best prices, discounts, packages, account managers, services across the industry. We've got retail stores, motor manufacturers, data suppliers, entertainment, gyms, restaurants, hotels, you name it, it's all in there. And for 299 Rand a month, you get access to all of them. It's not like some of these programs where you've got to go to the gym and get your heart rate up and get points and all that. No. It's 299 Rand a month, and you get access to the whole lot every single month through it. This is our non-insurance, non-financial services product, and we're very excited about it. We're always adding suppliers to the list naturally as well. Last month, we added Jaguar, Land Rover, and Range Rover on the list of suppliers that are now there. We've got plenty for you. Go to our website, see the details, but we love this product. Folks, people ask me the question, how do we fund this model? How do we do it? Well, it's simple. In the traditional insurance and banking space, what do? We advertise to you, don't we? We spend hundreds of millions advertising on TV, billboards, radios, taxis, SMS campaigns, on the internet, everywhere we can, we advertise to you. How do we fund that? Well, we build the price of that into the price of the products. The cost of the marketing is in the payment that you make for your banking fees. It's in the payment you make for your funeral cover every month. All the products that you pay for every month, you are paying for next month's marketing. 30 to 50% of it goes to next month's marketing every single month. Now, at DuePoint, we've done exactly the same thing. We've built the cost of this model into our products, okay? Which means that we now have a marketing flow of income that is available for someone. But we do not do any advertising here. Do you remember that? There's no billboards, no TV ads. That's why you've never heard of us before today. No, we use you to go out and connect individuals to us. And as a result, all that money that I would have paid to DSTV and SABC and Prime Media and SA Taxis and all of that to put adverts up is now available for you and your channel. It's simply a redirection of the flow of our funds here that helps us build this model. And with that, we're able to reward you now in two ways. Two ways that we reward you for the market penetration you create for us. Firstly, every month, for every product payment that is successfully made, we pay you 27 Rand 50. Not once off, every month that those product payments are made. We don't pay you for the people, we pay you for the products, which is much better because it means that any people you put into your channel can take more than one product. So for instance, if these people, the handful of people you put in here, take a product, make their product payment, you get 27 Rand 50 multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand. But if they take two products, you get 110 Rand. If they take three products, you get 165 Rand. It's a much better system this way. And every month that they pay, you earn. And you continue to earn as these people connect people to us, but at a diminishing rate, but only to the 8th point. Now, it sounds a bit complicated. It's pretty easy. You put people in, you get paid. People put people into your channel, and they make their product payments, again, you get paid. 27 Rand 50 multiplied by 200%. You put more time and energy into the growth of your channel, and you continue to earn throughout your channel. Now, the wonderful thing about DuePoint is it doesn't stop at the 8th point. From the 8th point onwards, you have unlimited potential. As long as you qualify to earn, you're always going to earn 4% of 27 Rand 50. So you can make your channel 20 points big. And from the 8th point to the 20th point, you're getting 4% of 27 Rand 50 for each product payment that is made. It means that you can hand it over to your children, and they can make it a 50-point big channel. They can hand it over to their grandchildren, and they can make it 75 points. There's no limit to the size of the channel that you can make here with us. Go to our YouTube channel, watch the training videos on how to qualify, and you'll understand how your potential is unlimited in the DuePoint system. So what does this translate into? This is dots and numbers. Let's look at it practically on the ground. Will you put any effort into growing your channel here with us at DuePoint? If the answer is yes, and you pick up the tool, we say, how do we work out how much money you're going to earn for us? It's very difficult. I don't know how much money you're going to make. So I've had to go and look at data from the past. We pulled out about 20 years of data, and we said, what would somebody starting out putting just the minimum amount of effort in look like? And we came up with a growth formula we call the 3+2 growth formula. It says that in your first month with us, as a wealth engineer wanting to use the tool, you put 3 people in your channel. Just 3. That is not an unreasonable ask for an entire month. 3 people. And then every month thereafter, every single month thereafter, you are responsible for putting just 2 people into your channel. Every month you add 2 people. And if you encourage your guys to do the same thing, and we put lapses and cancellation rates and et cetera, into the mathematics, we believe that after 6 months of you doing that, you can reasonably expect to be on about 2,500 Rand a month. You can see how this is not Facebook where we promise you 100,000 Rand after 3 months. No, because those companies closed down like the bunch did last week, didn't they? No, folks, we are not giving you guarantees and promises. What we're saying is pick up the tool, start using it. At the minimum effort of 2 people a month, consistently over 6 months, you will have increased your household income by 30,000 Rand a month. 30,000 Rand a month. What does an extra 2,500 Rand a month do for you? Already it starts paying back debts, clothes accounts, car accounts. They all start getting paid back. Now, can you do a year with us? If you can do 12 months with us, we reckon you can reasonably expect to be on about 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. 9,000 to 10,000, it's 120,000 Rand a year that you have now created for yourself. You've done it in 12 months with us at the minimal effort of putting 2 people in a month. Now, the question is, are you willing and able to start a new habit? The habit of putting 2 people into your channel every month. Very few people are able to start good new habits. How many of you have ever said, listen, this year, it's gym. I'm hitting the gym this year. And then for the next 12 months, you didn't miss a session. You smashed it every 3 days. You were in there. Every 2 days, you were in there. Hey? I've never had someone say yes to me. Not ever. In all the presentations I've done. Because we are bad at creating habits. You know what happens is 3, 4, 5 months in, we quit. We quit. Because 3 months in, you're on 500 Rand a month, and you go, this is not working. No, it is. It's working perfectly. You should be on about 500 Rand at 3 months. You should be on about 1,000 at 4. You should be on about 2,000 at 5, and you're on 2,500 at 6. But you quit when you're on 500, and you go, I can't do this anymore. You're going to have to create a new habit here. And that new habit must push you through into the future. If you think about it, if you can get to 6 months, you're going to get to 12. And if you can get to 12, you will definitely get to 24. And at 24, you can reasonably expect to be on about 27 to 30,000 Rand a month. 27 to 30,000, that's 360,000 Rand a year. This is more than most people will ever earn in their lives. You've done it in 2 years with us. 2 years. But you've had to be consistent. Christmas, December, you also put the 2 people in. Your birthday month, you also put the 2 people in. See what I'm saying? There was never an excuse for you not. If you do it consistently 24 months from now, your entire world is different. It's different. When people say, the Facebook, no, I earn 100,000 Rand a month. No. People don't need 100,000 Rand a month. We need 10,000 Rand a month. Imagine if every South African got an extra 10,000 Rand a month. What would that do to our economy? What would it do to all of our lives? Here we're saying 2 years in, you're on 30,000 Rand a month. If you can do 3 years with us, which you will do after 2, especially if you're earning 27,000 Rand a month, you should be on around 45 to 50,000 Rand a month. That's 600,000 a year. If you can do 4 years, you'll be on about 60 to 65,000 Rand a month. And if you can do half a decade with us of consistent perseverance and hard work, you'll be on about 80 to 100,000 Rand a month. That's R1 million a year. R1 million a year after 5 years. Now people say, Brendan, it's too long. I can't wait 5 years. Well, I can't really help you, but I'll ask you the question, how long have you been working for? What's your career been like? 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 40 years? How come you haven't been to your bosses and said, no, 5 years is too long. You need to give me the increase right now, today. You're all going back there after this, aren't you? You're all going back to your jobs. which will not increase in the next 5 years. Anybody going to get hit 100,000 Rand a month? In the next 5? No. Yes, nobody's ever answered yes in that either. No one is going to 100,000 Rand in the next 5 years. No, something has to change. Something has to change. This tool gets added to your lives. You don't quit your jobs. We add it to your life. And it becomes the change. That means 5 years from now, 5 years of labor, you're on 100,000 Rand a month. Everything about your future completely different. Other people say to me, this is nonsense, we're never going to get there. Nobody will get to 100,000. Well, glad to tell you, we've really got people on 100,000 Rand a month. So that makes me feel good. The maths work. But we like to show every month a bunch of people using the tool. Not necessarily high flyers. We take random people from across the country that are using the tool. We put them on stage different every month. This month's selection, we got Natasha Weldrick from Port Elizabeth. She joined us about a year ago. Single mom, looks after 3 kids, works most weeks, 7 days a week. So if you're sitting here going, I don't have the time for this, congratulations, you've just joined the club. Okay? It is not a valid excuse. 7 days a week she works most weeks in a retail store trying to make ends meet. She picked this tool up, and in a year, she's created an income for herself of 9,500 Rand. What did I say after a year? 9 to 10,000 Rand. She's on 9.5 after a year without time. Just putting in her spare time into building this business on 9,500. In her first 42 days with us, she put 23 people on her first point. I said you have to put 3. I think she missed the session. She missed it. She thought she had to put 20. I said 3. She put 23 in her first 42 days on her first point. Her channel grew in January by 92 people without any effort from her. That's the wonder and the power of this system. She has people in her channel now that went out and got 92 more people and connected them to her channel during the month of January. That is the freedom that we create with the DuePoint system. We got Ray and Rambi. They joined us about 9-10 months ago. When we pulled these numbers, it was probably about 9 months. 9 months, and they've got to 10,561 Rand a month. That's 75% of the time I told them it was going to take. I said they've got to take a year to get to 10,000 Rand. They got there in 9 months. They average 12 new people on their first point a month. Not 2, 12. Every month, on average, they add to their channel. And they, too, had 92 additional people join their channel in the month of January. The power and the freedom of this tool. Then we got Shadrach. Shadrach's down in KZN, proving that we don't have to do it. I mean, Natasha's in Port Elizabeth. Shadrach's in Newcastle. You do not need to be able to come to this head office to build this business. Everything is online, and with our live broadcasts, you can be in the room with us every day, building your channel without ever setting foot in this office again. Shadrach, 9 months with us, he's on 12,000 Rand a month. 12,000 Rand a month in 9 months. Whoopsies, going a little bit too ahead of myself there. 33 people he added to his first point in January. In January, you know, when everyone was coming back from holiday and like, oh, I need to ease myself back into the year. He's not really going to work very hard this month. I'm going to ease myself in. He put 33 people onto his first point. Personal introductions. Now, if you think about it, that's 33 times 55 Rand if they all took one product. Okay? And it's not just for January. It's 33 times 55 Rand every month going forward, because those debit orders will raise every single month going forward. This is the difference between us and where you have to try and sell something. Here you unlock your freedom on a perpetual basis with us here. Folks, go to our YouTube channel. Go and look at the testimonies of the hundreds of other people that we've got there. You'll see all of them, from them earning 1,000 Rand a month, for 3,000 Rand a month, 30,000 Rand a month, 70,000 Rand a month, and beyond. They're all there using this tool with the DuePoint system. Available to everyone at no cost, at no financial risk. What is the risk you're going to take? The time. You're going to put time in if you want to succeed with us. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that is DuePoint. Top to bottom, you have to make a decision. It's a decision about changing your future, because there is no other option at the moment. If there was another option, we'd all be doing it, wouldn't we? But you are stuck in your careers, and your careers are not taking you anywhere. I know this, because only 0.5% of South Africans are going to reach their aspirations with their careers. The rest of us will run on that treadmill, boy, until we fall off and are replaced. It's time to put something else in your hands. Now, if you want to join us, it's very simple. You go to our website, DuePoint.net. And at DuePoint.net, you just click on the homepage, the apply button, fill the form out. You're a wealth engineer, no money having passed from your hands. If you're serious, get the tools. Pick them up here at our information counter or order them at info@DuePoint.net. The USB stick with the presentation on it. Now you've got us in your pocket, anytime, anywhere. The backup batteries for your phones. My goodness, I know you're all on like 6 and 7% battery right now. I know you are. And when somebody starts to fill the application form out on your phone and it dies, nothing like that to kill your business. Get the battery so your phones don't die. Get the custom business cards. 645 Rand for 500 cards. This is a 5,000 Rand set, but because we can buy it on bulk, we get it to you for 645 Rand. And it's yours. It's custom made for you. Order them now. Get all the tools. Get out there if you're serious. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, guys. Subscribe to it. It is where we keep all of our videos. When we upload, that you get pinged on your phone. When we go live, your phone buzzes. You know we're live. Subscribe to the channel. It's free to subscribe. And then download our free app off the internet. Wherever you are around the country, go into the App Store, download it. It plugs you into your channel in real time. You can see second by second what's going on in your channel. Your product details are there. Your product documents are there. So if you go, I never got product documents. No, you did. They're right there on your phone. Anywhere in the world, you can look at them any time of the day. And your training and tools are there. Guys, watch the training. Simple videos, no reading, short, long, medium. They're all there. Go through them, and you'll know what's going on in this business. Often the new guys, they get excited. They go out here. They don't watch a single training video. They come back to me, and they're asking me all sorts of questions. And I say, but that one is answered in this video, and that question is answered in this video. Go home, spend some time on the app watching the training videos. Guys, this Thursday night, it's a good week to be here. We're going to be doing Throwdown Thursday. We run it once every 3 months. It is a fantastic presentation to come to if you want to understand how we tackle the stigmas of this business. We talk about our 10 most common stigmas and objections, and we're going to be tackling them. We've got 10 wealth engineers that have been doing well. I've got my top guys up to come and talk about how we tackle the objections, because they are not valid objections. They're emotional, non-logical objections that people have to this business. It is the perfect night. Wealth engineers, wherever you are, it is the perfect night to bring those difficult people, like your mom and dad, who laughed at you and told you it was a pyramid scheme. Bring them on Thursday night, 6:30. It's the perfect night to bring difficult people to, because we will tackle face-to-face the major objections of this business. And I think it's very exciting. Most people who've been to it before love it. And so I encourage all of you, you can tune in live if you're around the country as well. 6:30, fill your rooms with guests and people, with all your wealth engineers. Thursday night, we want it to be a big one, and we've got 10 of our best wealth engineers on stage to talk through the objections. So come and join us on Thursday night. Guys, a couple of don'ts before you get too excited about this business. First of all, don't become a wealth engineer if you cannot afford to become one. There are naturally costs involved. It's completely online. It's going to cost you data. You're going to be connecting people. There's going to be transport costs. If this is going to put you in a worse position than you were before, don't become a wealth engineer. Don't become a wealth engineer if you don't know how to use the internet or a computer or a smartphone. Everything is online. There's no paper, nothing here. And therefore, you need these basic skills. If you don't have them, don't become a wealth engineer. Don't become a wealth engineer if you struggle with transport. If you can't move around, if you don't have access to public transport or your own car, you can't connect people. It's a problem for you. These are also natural filters you should use when talking to people about joining your channel. If they can't move, if they've never seen the internet or used it before in their lives, and if you know they got no money, this is not for them. Don't put them in your channel. They'll let you down. Okay. Basics that you can use. If you do become a wealth engineer today, do not ever fill the application form out on behalf of anyone, guys. Not on behalf of anyone. It is a contract that you sign with us here at DuePoint. You cannot sign that on behalf of somebody else. There's terms and conditions in it that of being a wealth engineer, of the products. You're going to give me authority to debit your bank account. You can't sign that on behalf of someone else. Make sure everyone fills out their own application forms. And then, folks, we have just an anti-fraud rule. We say family members living in the same household cannot be in the same channel. All right? Husbands and wives work together under one W number, and children and grannies and aunties in the same house cannot be in your channel until you boot them out. When you boot them out and they're staying in their own houses, then they can be part of your channel. Guys, you do not need to do any advertising. And I can't stress this enough. You do not need to do any advertising for DuePoint. This is not an opportunity to run out now and go and set up Facebook pages, DuePoint in Mpumalanga, DuePoint Gauteng, DuePoint Wealth Engineers. No, because we're an insurance company. There's 156 pieces of legislation that govern us. You don't know how many laws you break when you do that. No advertising, no talking about our products ever. You can use your personal Facebook accounts to engage with people about the DuePoint opportunity to do what we do here, which is create income. You never have to talk about our products. Talk to them about the opportunity to create income. Link them to our videos. All right. And then, folks, don't send any of your wealth engineers to any of our presentations and hope we'll look after them. Guys, we won't. That's not our job. Your job is to look after the people that you bring here. Take responsibility for everybody that you bring to DuePoint. Now, as part of our program, we run Wealth Quests here. Wealth Quests, folks, are designed to help you form good foundations and are nice bite-sized training exercises for you. The Wealth Quests every month are different, the criteria are different, and everybody who completes those criteria is rewarded with tools they can use to grow their channels. You can form a whole toolkit over the months that pass as you qualify, as you complete the criteria. This month's Wealth Quest is the Let Me Entertain You Wealth Quest. It says that put 20 people in your channel on your first and second points this month who take our Wealth Points Buyers Club, make all their payments by the end of the month, and you can pick from one of these 3 tools. Your very own Apple iPhone. Not a Fong Kong, Huawei, no. Apple. You get your own Apple iPhone. Or you can select 100 gigs, an entire year's worth of data, and a Wi-Fi router to plug that data into that you and anyone in your household, or you and anyone at a presentation or anything, can utilize. And then lastly, if you don't want any of those, you want the third one, 5,000 rands worth of air tickets from Altitude Travel that you can use to travel anywhere in the country as you grow your channel. You can pick one of those 3. All you've got to do is get 20 people on your first and second point, which means that you and your team need to get 20 people in, take the Wealth Points Buyers Club, and have them paid by the end of the month, and it is your choice what tool you make. Next month, the Wealth Quest will be completely different, and the tools will be completely different. So this is your chance. Make it rain. Now, folks, we know that many of you don't know how to do this, so we run what we call our XP Rewards training program. Our XP Rewards training program is very simple. It allows you to go from beginner to expert with us. We send you through a series of steps and programs that allow you to progress, to understand this business and to get better at it. As you complete the steps and programs, we reward you with what we call XP points. They're experience points. They're not worth rands and cents. They're simply a measure of how experienced you are with us. Now, naturally, as you gain experience, your channel will start to grow. And when you meet the 2 criteria in our channel, we rank you up. You can't be a beginner forever. You've got to start progressing. And as you progress, as you rank up, we reward you. In the beginning with a little bit of cash, in addition to the returns we were talking about earlier. And then as you get a bit more mature and bigger, well, then we start to reward you with more cash and then tools to help you accelerate the growth of your channels. At rank 5, you get a lightning memory stick from America, full of our presentations, downloads, tools, testimonies, perfect for connecting people anytime, anywhere, whether you've got data or not, to DuePoint. Then, at rank 7, we give you your own set of imported business cards worth 12,500 rand. It's a custom-made set for you. It takes 6 weeks, and it is gold-gilded and gold-printed on imported paper. No one in the country has cards like this. When you give these cards to people, you are going to blow them away. They're going to want to know what you do here. It's a very powerful tool. Go find these guys. They're around here. They'll show you what a gold-gilded business card looks like. Then at rank 9, as long as you maintain your channel size with us, at rank 9, every year that you maintain your channel size with us, we take you and your family away on a 5-star business class trip. 7 days. We don't go in July when it's winter, cold and cheap. We go in December after schools have closed and the kids are on holiday so they can come with you in the warm, expensive time of the year. That's when we go away. We take you away every year that you maintain your channel size with us here. Now, folks, this is an accumulating system at DuePoint. You do not start at 0 on the 1st of January every year. There's no competitions here. This is an accumulating system. Whatever you do this year, even if you don't make rank 9, doesn't matter, because you will start on the 1st of January next year with everything you've done this year. So you can take as many years as you want to get to rank 9. It's one of the only guarantees we give, is that everybody who perseveres will ultimately go rank 9. They will, guaranteed, because each year their channel will get bigger and bigger and their experience greater and greater until they become rank 9. And when they do, this is what your Decembers look like going forward.
All of your wind has gone, and all of the paths you've drawn have sunk to the ocean sun where no one can see. You stand, don't let the dark embrace, cower the dreams you chase under the rust and blood
Will you be there? Will you be there? We booked the hotel. We paid for the air tickets. We're ready to go. Will you be there with us? We've got another 8 months, 9 months of this year left before we're going to go. You've got all the time in the world to get there. The decision is really up to you. Will you make a different kind of decision and do a different kind of habit in 2018? Now, rank 11, we give you another useful tool. It's your own car. It's not branded. You don't finance it through us. We don't rent it to you, and we don't give it to you and then take it away. It's your car. And we hope that you're going to use it to build your freedom with us here at DuePoint. Now, guys, you can see that we are very serious about this here at DuePoint. We are not the same as anything you've ever seen before. We are completely different. This is completely unique to the South African context. It's been built in South Africa for South Africans. It is going to require hard work. It is going to require you to start doing something in addition to your jobs every day. Saying you don't have time or energy is not an excuse if you want a different kind of future. And that's what we want. We want a different kind of future for South Africans, because no one else is going to bring it to us. No one is bringing us any hope. We've got to build it ourselves. Guys, if you've got questions and concerns, come and ask us. Ask the people who brought you here today. But don't leave here today without this tool. Pick it up and take it. It's not going to cost you anything today. You can pick this tool up and be building this afternoon already. Come and take it away with you today. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to see you all outside, and thanks for all of you who've tuned in live today.